Hey everyone, Roy's craving flan. So let's make some flan today. Here I have a cup of sugar in a saucepan. I'm melting it down. It looks like I have it on medium low, and you cook it down. It's gonna crystallize. You're gonna keep stirring. You need to stir so you don't burn it. And here it's almost melted down. You know when it's done. At this point, it's not quite done yet. Pretty soon. When you feel no resistance, it's ready for the water. And the recipe called for a half a cup of water. I didn't put that much water in it because I've made this. This is the third time I've made this, and it didn't feel like I needed that much water. Anyways, you got to be careful with that water because once you put that water into that sugar, it boils over. And of course, I forgot to record. I put a can of 12-ounce evaporated milk and half of a can of condensed milk with 8 egg yolks. And over there in the white bowl, you'll see I have the white, the egg whites in that little bowl over there. So I'm mixing it up. At the same time, though, I'm also checking on the sugar here, and I used a strainer there to make sure there's no clumps or extra sugars in there that I missed while stirring it. And I poured it into this pan that I'm going to use to bake it. And here I am swirling it around so the sugar coats the side of your pan, and watch it because it's really hot. I'm going to take that egg yolk mixture that I put over there. Remember, it's 8 egg yolks, 1 can of evaporated milk, and a half a can of condensed milk. And so you're making a custard. The sugar is going to kind of cool, and this is the time you put the custard mixture into your pan. And I preheated my oven to 325, and so now you see all that. That's why you need a strainer, because you have the protein of the egg yolks in there. So you don't want that in there. So the last time I made this, I put lime zest on the top. This time I didn't have any lime zest, but I did have oranges. So I grated the orange rind right on top of it. And you're going to bake this for, it says an hour and a half, but if you have a convection oven like I do, I think, I believe I took it out like 10 minutes early. So here, instead of baking it, you would put it in a larger pan and add water to the bottom of the pan. You'll see me here doing it, and I stop when the pan is floating, when the custard is floating. So here it starts to float, so I stop, and that's good enough. You're going to take that and put it in the oven and bake for an hour and a half or an hour and 20 minutes, depending on what kind of oven you have, at 325. And it's ready. And this is when my phone died. I didn't realize it had died. So here you'll see it coming out, and it kind of bubbled on top. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I don't know if it's because it's spring or not quite spring, but almost there. It is cold outside. It did snow yesterday. So I'm putting it on a pan, and you can kind of see that it's jiggling on the sides. It's already loose because of all that sugar, and I think if you would have baked it on a regular rack, I think that sugar would have hardened. So putting it in that water, and so here it is. My phone died after all that, but that was Roy's plate. He just scooped it out. So because we had those egg whites, So yay, I made flan. Roy's happy. So all the egg whites that we had left over from the flan, I was trying to figure out what to make with it because that was a lot. And this time I decided instead of making omelets with the leftover egg whites, I looked up Pinterest and or somewhere, and there was a recipe for that called for coconut flakes, unsweetened coconut flakes. I happen to have that, and sugar. So I just I put a half a cup of sugar in there. Roy, of course, wanted his chocolate chips in there, so I added chocolate chips in there as well. And the consistency of this, it didn't quite, it wasn't, I'll have to try another recipe next time, but this time it was like a angel food cake with coconut and chocolate. It was kind of weird tasting. Not weird tasting. The texture wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So it was kind of like an angel food cake and a brownie, I guess, put together. It was bouncy. So that's where the angel food cake comes in. It was kind of bouncy, but I really liked it. It was okay. It's not for me. I'll keep trying. So, but here I go adding the chocolate chips because my goodness, that's a big bag of chocolate chips. Maybe you guys can tell me what you do with your egg whites, the different things. I've seen hors d'oeuvres, like a avocado hors d'oeuvre, where he beats up the egg white, bakes the egg white with avocados on there and pimentos, and it looked interesting. I don't know how that would taste, but what do you do with yours? Teach me. I want to learn. So there it is, all done. Kind of looks like a big giant chocolate chip cookie, doesn't it? Um, and Roy thought it was all right. I'm cutting it for him now. Jackie hasn't tried it, so we don't know how she would like it. Um, but thanks, guys, for watching, and let me know what you do with your egg whites. Please. Bye. Have a great day.